So another good place to download LiDAR data is directly from the national map. So just like all of your other interesting data layers are here, transportation, orthophotos, all kinds of good stuff is in here. LiDAR data is in here. So you can go to the elevation source data. Here I've turned on the footprint so you can see where it is. At this point, that's most of the United States. And I'm zooming in here to the Binghamton University campus. As I zoom in, I can go and do search products. I'm going to turn off the footprints just so I can see the map more clearly. I'm going to search for products, and one of the interesting things here is that LiDAR data gets distributed as tiles. LiDAR data is big, so they divide it up, and here I'm kind of mousing over the footprints, and you get these download links to LAZ files. Now, LAZ files are compressed versions of LAS files. So they're not directly openable in ArcGIS Pro. You would have to do a conversion, but they are directly openable in most other software. So here I'm opening this in CloudCompare. I'm only loading the intensity surface. I'm again allowing it to shift its location. And then I get something that looks like this. Now, one of the things that's really interesting is I get this sort of big smear of data that you're kind of seeing on the far side of this. And so it's often really useful to use things like the segmenting tool, which looks like a pair of scissors to just draw a little line around what you're looking for. And then you can segment in or out points that you're interested in or not interested in. So here I've segmented my point cloud into two pieces, that big bunch of noise data, and then the data that I most care about. I'm visualizing here by intensity, which looks sort of like a black and white image, but I can do what I've done before. And export my coordinates to a scalar field, which means I'm letting my z value not just be a spatial location, but an attribute, and then turning on some shading as well to just add a little bit of depth. And then adjusting the endpoints of my color map here just to make it look a little bit more reasonable. So here you can see sort of the hill slope rising in the background, the kind of lower on the right-hand side, which is kind of the northern part of campus, is a little bit lower. So some basic techniques here for using the national map to do a quick search, find an LAZ file, download it directly, and then load that tile into load that tile into CloudCompare. You may want to download all of those 9 files that it suggested. We'll talk in a future video about how to combine that. That's one of the strengths of something like the NOAA interface, where you can literally just draw a bounding box and it will grab what it needs from all of these different tiles and give you sort of a finished aggregated point cloud. So that's an advantage there. But it is also nice to be able to just sort of immediately get to your data. There was no bundling that had to happen. There was just a link to an LAZ file that I could download immediately and move on. So each approach has its strengths, and this was using the national map.